Which brings us into our
Well,
next talking point. Adventure time.
I love Finn's nonchalant reaction to finding out he died.
Oh my god, like I wasn't ready for any of this. Like at most I had heard that this was going to be like apparently their last adventure or something like this. Like the last adventure they would have together. But to find out it was literally their last adventure before they got reincarnated threw me for a goddamn loop, if there ever was one.
Right? I also love that New Death is Life and Death's son.
And he's a fucking, honestly, what, Gen Zer?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly,
Moody,
almost like
moody teenager.
yeah, yeah, kind of like a Gen Xer.
Yeah. There's probably people in our generation who are like that.
Yeah, unfortunately, but we didn't hang out with those kinds of people.
No, we don't. Yeah, no. Death Jr. was Mr. Douchebag.
Oh yeah, he was all the douchebag. Like fuck that guy.
Seriously.
And the return of friggin' Tiffany. God damn Tiffany.
It just goes to show that, death doesn't keep people apart. Chances are you're probably going to see somebody you did not like in life in the afterlife.
No kidding. Oh my god. But honestly, seeing all of that going on and just the finding out who was dead, who was still alive, situation with Peppermint Butler apparently taking over the Candy Kingdom.
That was actually kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, can I use your bones for a ritual? Is it evil? ... No. Okay, sure. All right, cool. I already have them. Wait, what?
Right? It's just like
Peppermint Butler, we gotta have a talk about boundaries. I may be dead, but I'm not comfortable with this.
He's gonna be reincarnated anyway, so it's not gonna matter much after this point.
It's true, but all the same, it's just like, bruh, that's weird.
Oh yeah, but
Why you gotta be weird? Why you gotta be weird with my corpse?
that's just Peppermint Butler, fucking weirdo.
Yeah. He's clearly into some occult shit, but we don't talk about that. I mean, we'd certainly like to talk about it, but Adventure Time makes it a point you don't talk about Peppermint Butler's interests.
Yeah. So, honestly, Distance Lands rarely ran the full gauntlet. You had the first one that showed off little baby Finn. Then you had the second one that had adult Finn. And then you get this one that has dead Finn. And I'm just like, oh. I knew something was up when it started, though. It's just like, is this a dream? Because we're seeing, like, characters that just... I don't know, a lot of stuff just wasn't adding up there, which is saying much considering this is Adventure Time. But a lot of things weren't adding up, and then to find out, oh, it's Elderly Finn, I'm just like, oh, okay, so we're doing Elderly Finn. Oh, no, he's also dead. Oh. Jesus, guys, what the fuck?
I do like that throughout the episode, Finn takes on different forms of like what he turned into throughout his life.
Yeah.
That was pretty neat.
Yeah, the frickin' return of Shoko.
Yeah. I would have liked to see the return of Davy. Davy.
Yeah, no, you can keep that to yourself.
Just like he turns to Davy once and like the whole room just gets uncomfortable.
Oh God, no! I don't want it. I don't want it. It's terrible.
Oh man. Um, I did like how in the previous episode of Distant Lands you see what looks like a 40 something year old Finn,
Yeah.
clearly an adult Finn with like Jake's face tattooed on his chest. Bro, when Finn said to Jake that he was just kind of waiting to die after Jake did, I'm just like, bro,
Oof. Yeah.
that's sad, and I feel that, and I'm so sorry, Finn.
That. Because at first, when you first see that, you're thinking, okay, you know, Jake has died. Finn has just kind of accepted it. He's moved on with his life. Maybe he's seeing other people, but no. Apparently, he just fell apart. And I mean, I got to get that. Losing your best friend, that can do that to you. But god damn, if that isn't just all kinds of sad.
I do love that Jake managed to ascend to what, the 52nd Dead World, where he's basically reached Nirvana.
Yeah, right. It's moved beyond this mortal coil and all that good stuff.
I love Zen Jake.
Yeah, but
Zen Jake is
he's also kind
Zen
of a
Jake is great.
turd.
Well, I mean, yeah, but Jake in general is kind of a turd, so
Exactly. Freaking turd.
so it's just like it's a turd, but a turd who's just happy with the way things have gone.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Even still, it's how it be. It is how it be. But honestly, I'm looking at the Distance Lands poster, and I'm realizing that the last episode is gonna be because originally the whole Finn and Jake together again adventure was originally going to be like the last episode for Distant Lands, but because they ended up putting everything out how it was ordered, it's going to be apparently Peppermint Butler and it's something to do with wizards.
I guess we'll see how that goes. Maybe we'll see him do whatever ritual he was trying to do with their bones.
Right? That's what I was thinking. I'm just like, oh no, we're ending things on their bones. Yeah, Wizard City. Peppermint Butler starts as an inexperienced student at wizard school to attempt to relearn magic. When events on the school campus lead to suspicion of Pep due to his past, the question remains whether he can master magic soon enough to show that he is innocent. I think that's happening because Peppermint Butler got like de-aged towards the end of the final season.
I suppose we'll see.
Yeah.
Was there anything else you wanted to say about Distant Lands?
Honestly, there's nothing much to say aside from I wasn't expecting something to just delve into them being dead like that. That just still feels like such a far out juxtaposition to everything you could have guessed about this, and them choosing to reincarnate, have another go around, which of course you knew that had to happen at some point because of the way the entire series ends, but I don't know, it just really threw me for a loop that I was not prepared for.
Fair.
Yeah.
I realistically wasn't prepared for whatever this episode was going to be. It's just like together again.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I heard the title "Together Again," and my first thought was not meeting again in the afterlife.
Hell.
And they went there.
Yeah. And kind of giving me a little bit of an existential crisis. Like, god damn. Did not need this, but I don't know. Adventure Time always kind of did tend to go there, didn't it?
Yeah. It always did it in a way that you never expected to, and it's just like, shit, you just got real deep on me, and I'm not really sure how to process what I've just heard.
And I feel like that's the entire series in a nutshell.
Just about, yeah.
Alright, I'm ready to move on?
Yes, I don't think there was anything else, but I get the floor to talk about Castlevania, right?
Well, I was going to briefly mention Love, Death, and Robots.
Oh, yeah.
And while there's not too much I can talk about without getting into spoilers, I do want to say that because this first half of season 2, they just call it volume 2, but it's only half of a volume because it's only 8 episodes. Pretty good, lots of great animation. I can't say good, just great animation. So many times when certain animations would have moments where I'm just like, is it real? Are these real people? Like, I would literally need to just question, is what I'm looking at something that is an actual thing? That's how deep the animation style got here, that really threw me off guard. And
Nice.
I really do have to applaud a lot of the animation here. Some of it was surreal, not enough 2D animation. There was only one real 2D segment, and I wish there was a little bit more, which kind of brings it down a certain bit because, I love 3D animation, but it definitely needed a little bit more 2D to break things up just a little bit. But all in all, some great animations. At most, the worst one I'd say was just kind of okay. But aside from that, interesting short that involved Michael B. Jordan. Wasn't prepared for that, but aside from that, I just wanted to say Love, Death, and Robots. It's out. Go watch it. Have a fun time. Appreciate great animation. Especially the
I may just do that myself.
yeah, especially the Christmas episode. Especially the Christmas episode. If nothing else, watch the Christmas episode. But yeah, Castlevania.
Pennsylvania. All right. So, you said last week they didn't need to go that hard with the animation, and you were not kidding. They went hard. They went ham for that animation, and I was fucking here for it. Holy God. Especially in those fight scenes. Holy goddamn shit. Holy goddamn shit. I mean, damn, this fucking series just decided, all right, this is our last season, so we got to go out with just like, we got to be a fucking banger of a bomb of a fucking series, okay? Just go in on it, and I fucking loved it.
So tell me, friend, what was your favorite part?
The fight with Carmilla.
Yes.
That fight was just, I mean, that shit was lit. Everybody was going hard in that fucking scene. And the fact that Carmilla decided, you know what, I'm gonna SD because I'm too salty to let y'all motherfuckers get the W on me.
Oh man, it's funny and sad too because I was not expecting Carmilla to go out halfway through the goddamn season. Like, I wasn't ready for that because we were building to so much between Isaac, Carmilla, and her forces, and to have things go down that way just kind of felt like we jumped in halfway into what should have been a more extreme situation, and then we got to the end and it was just like, and the funniest thing was it was Carmilla's own fault for sending away so many of her forces.
It's what you get. That world domination shit doesn't last forever.
Yeah.
Eventually someone's gonna stop you.
Like, maybe if she had kept all of her generals in one place, planned things out a little bit longer term and all that, but no, she put herself in the most prone position possible. Most of her generals were ready to most of all of her generals were ready to turn on her because of all of this. She just had too much ambition for her own good.
Just like all the old men she likes to take shit from.
Yeah. Yeah.
Poetic justice, dramatic irony.
All of
I
the
know not
above.
which,
All of the above.
but we'll go with all of the above. I also love how Trevor's what you thought were going to be his last words. I love you. Trey 4 is a terrible name for a child. And the mere fact that he came back and the first thing he said was, I could not let you name that kid Trey 4.
Like, I could literally not die knowing that if I was gone, you would name that child Trey 4. And the ass whooping he would have received. It's already bad enough he's a Belmont and a speaker child hybrid. He's already going to get enough shit. But that name will literally get him flogged in the street.
Yeah, let's not do that to the poor kid. Honestly. I also love that Alucard at one point was just like, oh god, I'm turning into Belmont. Is life even worth living anymore? Like, you're so dramatic, Adrian. You're so fucking dramatic. All because you decided to adopt the phrase, and once again, God shits in my dinner.
I
feel that phrase.
I love that phrase so much. It's just like,
dude, because it's like everybody knows the exact moment where you can say that. It's just like, well, looks like God's shitting my dinner once again.
Like, I thought I loved it. It was like that. It was like someone pissed in your cornflakes, but my God. It's that personal touch of, once again, God shits in my dinner. It's perfection. I swear, this series in general has managed to just have some of the best insults I could have possibly imagined. Most of it coming from, was Ian McDowell?
Yes. Yeah. He
Malcolm
played Death.
Malcolm McDowell. There we go. Malcolm McDowell.
Malcolm McDowell. Yeah. Playing Death, yeah.
Do you know who I am? Vonnie! Like, nobody gives a shit who you are. Like, now, if you had led with I'm Death, probably would have raised a few eyebrows.
Seriously, you intentionally chose to introduce yourself as a motherfucker who stinks so bad everybody knows who he is from 1,000 yards away.
Oh my god.
Also, I love when Sypha blows up at Trevor. I said shit because of you! You turned me into a person that says shit!
It was the most hilarious non-fight possible. It was just like, they're fighting, but at the same time, they're very much not fighting.
No, Sypha's just in a real fucking bad mood, and Trevor's just letting her say all the shit that she's got for public. She's been holding on to that one for a while.
Man.
I also did kind of figure things were going to go a certain way with Saint-Germain.
Honestly, I was kind of sad to see the direction that he ended up going in, because he worked so well with Sypha and Trevor during the third season, and I'm just like, okay, good for you, man. I hope you managed to find who you're looking for. And then he goes down the worst possible direction a character like that could go. It's just like, he became the exact asshole I thought he was in the third season.
It's like, oh, he seems like he's gonna maybe not be terrible, and then that happened.
Yeah, and just immediately goes in the direction that I originally thought he was, and I'm just like, well, thanks for that. Thanks a lot. You took me from kind of liking this character to thinking he was a bitch. Although I will say that moment where he slapped that one vampire with the back of his hand, that was.
That was the most baller moment.
And it wasn't. I love the sound effect on that because it was just the most clear, right in the face, and he just says, "Shut up." It was. Like, that was the most pimp thing possible, and I was all for it. I was all for it.
He did not have time for the vampires and their bullshit. It's just like, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
I'm trying to get
Do what I
laid.
say.
Move, move.
You'll get basically, and then he didn't get laid.
Oh, he got laid out. That's what he got.
That's what he got, but he didn't get the laid he was looking for, which
Uh,
sucks because she seemed pretty.
yeah. I mean, we didn't hear her talk for shit, which really didn't help sell what he saw in her. But oh well.
I do like that Vlad and Lisa came back after their fucked ceremony that they tried to do.
Yeah, that.
It doesn't make any logical sense, but
I'm.
from the beginning of the series, I did kind of enjoy seeing them happy together, and when they took that away from us, I thought, this is why everything goes to shit.
Yeah, it was the real tragedy. To me, it's a weird sort of sense that it makes because ultimately they were pulled from the bowels of hell through the infinite corridor, so that kind of makes sense. And then they stuck them in the thing. But at the same
The
time,
thing.
I thought when it died, that was just going to be the end of them. But I guess their souls just kind of stayed on Earth, given a second chance at life. And it's just like, that's not how that should work, but okay.
Y'all seem happy, so okay.
But that's why the whole entire course of Castlevania just completely says, yeah, we see the games, we did a lot from the games, but we're just doing our own thing because it's just like, well, there goes multiple sequels where people try to resurrect Dracula. It's just like, he's already resurrected. What's she gonna do? Although, let's be real, that doesn't mean they probably won't try.
I feel like people will try to resurrect Dracula, and his soul will just kind of be like, "The fuck do you want? Leave me alone. I'm not going over there." like he makes it like a weekly thing. Like he's got to fucking ignore summonings from hell because, like, you're getting called by telemarketers, more or less.
Exactly.
Oh god, could you imagine Dracula releasing a second calamity because these humans don't know how to leave him the fuck alone?
Like, seriously. Just leave me alone. I'm with my wife.
I'm trying to be happy and in peace,
Right?
which I can't be with all you motherfuckers gathering around trying to bother me.
It's like I tried to do the conquest thing. It didn't work out. Y'all fucked it up. Can we just leave it at this and go about our business?
Because the whole reason I did this anyway, she's back, so I don't have to do it anymore.
Yeah.
So can y'all like fuck off, ever so kindly?
Yeah. Fuck off so I can go fuck.
Basically.
Also,
But okay.
one thing I do have to mention is Alucard's booty call, Greta.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that one?
Uh, they seem to work together, I guess.
Not really
I
feeling
mean,
it.
they certainly they didn't really have enough time to like flesh out that relationship as much as I would have liked. But I do like the rapport the two of them seem to have. So, you know, I'm not against it.
All right.
She's hot though.
Want to know
She's
some?
hot though.
Want to know something that's gonna blow your mind a little bit?
Hit me.
All right. So, in the original Castlevania 3 game, it wasn't just Alucard, Trevor, and Sypha. There was a fourth person,
Mm-hmm.
and that person was named Grant Dynasty. He was a pirate who fought with daggers. And here we have Greta of Dynasty.
Ha! I see what you did there.
Yeah. Honestly, a lot of people were questioning if they were ever going to include the fourth man to the band, basically the Sokka of the group and all that at some point. But Warren Ellis was very much not about it because he felt that a pirate would be a little just too
Out
silly,
of place.
a little out of place in all of this. But there was always like vague allusions to him. Saint Germain at one, Trevor Belmont as Saint Germain had at one point called attention to a horse-drawn sailboat on wheels and a guy who called himself the Pirate of the Roads and all that. There are a lot of allusions to Grant and all that, but he never actually made an appearance, and this whole situation with Greta was kind of like the fulfillment on that character finally appearing and showing up. And that's why she had so much attention drawn to her.
That makes sense. That's a neat little Easter egg.
Yeah.
Really, all I had to say on Castlevania. I will say that everything kind of felt like it was wrapped up pretty quick. Like, y'all rushed to put the bow on that, but I'm not complaining. It's whatever.
Yeah, honestly, but at the same time, it kind of felt like realistically, after the end of season 2, it kind of felt like they were just kind of questioning what they should do next. And they just cobbled together what they could.
More or less. I mean, you know, you have one of two choices there. Either go parallel to the games or do your own thing. And, they chose to do their own thing but take some inspiration, which is good. It's just that, like, without their big main bad, it's just like we don't really have much here, guys. Like, we wanted to make a story about them killing Dracula. We accomplished that in 2 seasons. They wanted 2 more, so we had to do something.
Well, honestly, they were adapting two different events. Castlevania 3, which was them taking on Dracula, and then Castlevania Judgment which was all about Hector facing off against Isaac, who was the final boss there, and Hector teaming up with Trevor, Grant, kind of Alucard, and Sypha. And that's about it there, but it plays out very differently because Isaac was a complete and utter bastard in Castlevania Judgment. Like a massive douchebag. And kills off Hector's wife and all that good stuff, so they decided to go in a very dramatically different direction.
Makes sense.
Eh,
Anything else you want to say on the subject?
I think we're pretty much done.
Cool.
All right, and with that, that brings an end to another awesome episode of Talking 2D. I hope you've checked out everything we've talked about here, or are at least willing to check out some of the stuff we talked about here. We certainly enjoyed everything. We would love it if you would just embrace 2D and find the fun therein, because with animation, anything is possible. But I also want to say, please, if you liked our video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell for
That good stuff.
notifications. All that good YouTube stuff. Or don't. I ain't your daddy, but I love you like one. So, there's that. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din with my co-hosts,
A man with the iron giblets.
and we are signing off. Till next time, bye-bye.